y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alyssa, and for today's video we are going to be talking about some false eyelashes from the brand CAVALLI Lash. Now, those of you who have been with me for a while know your girl is a lash hoe. I absolutely love wearing falsies. I think they are such a fun and easy way to change up a makeup look, and I adore that there are literally like a million different styles, so you can totally find a pair that suits you and what you like. So I think false eyelashes are so fun to play with, and I had actually never heard of the brand CAVALLI Lash, but they did reach out to me and asked if I would be interested in trying out some of their products and showcasing them here on my channel with you guys. So before I agreed to anything, I of course moseyed on over to the website, checked it out, and was honestly pretty impressed with what I saw. So I agreed to have them send me some product to try out, and I will just go ahead and say a huge thank you to CAVALLI Lash, because you guys, this was one of the most generous, I don't know if you would call it a PR box, but a box of items that I have ever been sent by a brand, as they sent me 7 different pairs of lashes, 2 types of lash glue, and a lash applicator, all of which I'm going to be chatting about with you guys today. Now, while I am very thankful and very gracious to the company for sending me these items, you guys know I always keep it 100 with you. I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't lie about anything. You guys know I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and opinions, and I have been testing out these lashes for just about a month now. I have been wearing them for different makeup looks and really trying to try out as much of the product that they sent me as possible so I could give you a full and honest review, and that is what we're going to be doing here today. So I hope you guys are excited, and if you would like to learn more about CAVALLI Lash, then let's just go ahead and get started. Before I jump into the lashes, we're going to talk about the glue and the applicator first, just because I think I can roll through that quicker. So this is the little lash applicator that they sent me. This is what it looks like. I did peep around on their website, and it does come in quite a few different colors: pinks, purples, yellows, blues. I can't remember all of them, but it comes in a wide variety of colors, which I do like, because obviously then you can kind of pick the one that you like the most. It has their branding on the one side, and you know, obviously it's just one of these like curved ones. The plastic here obviously does come off, and then it opens up like that. I always keep the plastic, even on my original lash applicator that I have, because I like to keep it closed for travel and storage purposes, but that's just me. This lash applicator retails for $2.50. Alright, so when using this lash applicator, to be honest with you guys, I didn't vibe with it. And I'm not saying that because I think it's a bad lash applicator. I truly think it is because I have been using my velour lash applicator for so long now that I am just so accustomed to how this performs and how I have to use this, that when I switched to trying to use this to put on these lashes, of which that I of course were using for the first time, that I just wasn't getting the hang of how to properly hold it. And so it was irritating me, and then I would just switch to using this one. The main difference between these two, just so you guys can totally understand that I'm not just being like really picky, well, yes, I am being picky, but is because the CAVALLI Lash one has the curved top to it, where my velour lash one is like a straight edge lash applicator like this. And so I am just so much more comfortable and used to using this one, that this one doesn't perform quite the same. You kind of have to hold the lash a little bit different and kind of get used to the fact that it's curved versus a straight edge lash applicator. I think if you've never used a lash applicator before, that obviously if you start with this one, you're going to learn how to use it, and you're going to like how to use it, and it's going to become second nature to you, like me using this one has become second nature to me. The other big thing I do want to point out is that this is way more affordable than my velour lash applicator. Like, this was nowhere near $2.50. So I think especially if you've never tried one, this is a great place to start. Okay, so moving on to the lash glue, which retails for $4.99. That's really good. I think it's 7 grams, yep, or 0.25 ounces of lash glue in the container. For reference, the lash glue I always use is the Duo lash glue. It holds the same amount, and I can't remember the price of this, so I'll write it up on the screen just so you guys have a reference point, but so you know kind of what I'm going to be comparing it to. They sent me both their clear glue and their black glue. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did not use the black glue at all. I am not a fan of black lash glue, not even a little bit. I have tried it in the past. I think it was the velour black lash glue. Did I say that right? Black lash glue? The more I'm going to say that, the more I'm going to get tongue-tied, so please forgive me. But I believe it was the Velour brand that I used with the black lash glue. I hate it. I hate black lash glue so much that I didn't even bother to try this one from this brand. And I say that because black lash glue is so unforgiving, even to the most seasoned of false lash wearer. So obviously I did try out the clear glue. It was the only one I tried out between the two. Now, to be honest with you guys, first things first, I don't like the packaging. I have not for the longest time liked packaging of lash glue that is like this. I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like. So it is the brush tipped lash glue. I don't prefer this type of packaging because I don't like how the bristles get all over the place. It allows for little fuzzies and things to get attached to the tip, go back in the jar. It's just not my favorite way to apply lash glue to lashes. As for the glue itself, because while I'm gonna put packaging aside for me, the glue itself is actually pretty dang decent. It, especially for the price, has a really solid, strong hold. As always, I put a layer of it down, let it dry for anywhere from, 30 seconds to a minute, and then would pop it on. I found it easy to work with, easy to maneuver, because like I said, I've stuck lashes down before and maybe needed to like pull it, maybe I didn't set it directly center or whatever. I've even had to pull these off and it didn't pull off the makeup that I set down. Now obviously if you have like really dark and intricate makeup, it probably would pull off some of the eyeshadow, but like today I put down this eyelash and I didn't have it set right and I had to pull it all the way off and then re-stick it on. It didn't remove any of my eyeshadow or anything like that. It wasn't like clumpy on the lash where I had to take time to peel it all off before I could retry and put it back on. So I will say that I'm quite impressed with the glue itself. I just wish that it wasn't in this particular packaging. I would prefer it more if it was like in a squeezy tube like the Duo Lash Glue, but that's just a personal preference. And I did not find that it irritated my eyes in any way. It is latex free, which is great for those of you who have latex allergies. It does not have a scent to it, which I appreciate. I've used the lash glue in the past that was strongly scented, makes your eyes water, it's terrible. So for the glue itself, I think it's a really solid option. I think if you want to try it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. All right, so moving on to chatting about the lashes. So the first ones that we're going to talk about are the Faux Minx. In general, just so you guys know, I don't tend to love Faux Mink lashes. I have tried Faux Minx from many of the brands that I wear lashes from, and I tend to find that most of the time Faux Minx are a thicker, heavier version of like a silk or a mink lash from that brand, and therefore I find that they tend to either hide the makeup that I've done and they sit heavier on my eyes, so it's just not a style that I tend to reach for. But I was excited to try these out. I opened up 3 pairs of them, but I actually only ended up truly wearing 1 pair, which is the pair I have on my eyes. Before I jump into talking about this particular pair, I do just want to put a blanket statement out about the lashes so I don't sound like a broken record throughout this entire video. As an overall whole, the lashes themselves are of really solid quality. They are very, very soft feeling. The lashes, I expected some of them, not gonna lie, to feel a little cheapy and stiff, and I didn't really have that issue with any of them, and so I'm pleasantly surprised with that, especially for the price. The lash bands are extremely thin for the size of some of these lashes, which was again a really pleasant surprise, and they are very easy and comfortable to move and adjust, and they sit well on the eyes. I don't feel like any of the pairs that I wore felt too heavy on my eyes. They weren't uncomfortable to wear, and so as an overall whole, the lashes themselves are really, really solid. I just didn't want to say that with each pair because I would literally sound like a broken record and you would get bored. Anyways, jumping back into this pair of Phoenix. Like I said, don't love Faux Mink lashes, but this pair in particular worked the best out of all the looks I created and then popped on these lashes with. These in turn, out of all the Faux Minks that I will show you guys, were the wispiest, which is why I like them the most. I tend to go for a more wispy style lash anyways, it's just what I like. This particular style of lash was pretty much the same size from inner to outer corner, which is also not something I tend to go for, which is why I think it took me so long to rock a pair of these lashes. But this is very, very comfortable. I do like the way it looks with this particular makeup look. I don't think that it overpowers the look in any way. I will say it's gonna sound really, really picky, but I found this pair, and I'm gonna zoom you guys in here so I can show you them in action on my eye. I found this pair not to be created quite as equal as I would have liked to see. For example, if you look at my inner corners, this inner corner and this inner corner are not the same. It actually took me some time to truly figure out which eyelash was supposed to go on which eye. I know typically if you hold up the box, you'd be like, okay, this side for this side, but the way that they were created, it was not as easy for me to tell, so I just kind of had to make the best decision for my eye shape and what I wanted. And I prefer the way this one looks because obviously it's much shorter on the inner corner, whereas this one was quite long. I actually cut these down for them to be shorter so it would better match this eye, which kind of drove me crazy. The only other thing that's driving me crazy, which you probably wouldn't even notice if I didn't point it out, but I'm here to point things out and chat with you guys about them, is that this one over here is more evenly spaced out and wispy, whereas this one has like super large chunks, and I actually have like a hole in here that's been driving me mental the entire time I've had these lashes on, I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's been driving me mental, so they're not quite as evenly created as I would like to see. But again, for $4.50, I'm trying to be like, girl, chill. Like, it's not that deep. It doesn't have to be that deep, but I'm here to really point out the nitpicky stuff for you guys. So I will say that, but again, comfortable on the eyes, they look good. I do think I'm gonna trim this one up a little bit more. I don't think I trimmed them quite as evenly, but honestly, by the time I had them both on my eyes and I kind of noticed, I was like, I'm not peeling it off again. You live and you learn, I'll deal with it later. This is in the style Milan. And this one I found just to be really, really thick and kind of difficult for me to pair with any of the looks that I created this past month. I'll give them to you a little bit different so you can see. They look really, really pretty, but I just could not pair them with anything that I thought worked well for my eye shape. I'm hoping I'll find a way to use them. I do like how they're short in the inner corner and then they do get longer out at the edge, but these are not as wispy as some that I would like to wear, but it is a really solid lash. So these next ones are in the style London, and I wanted to wear these so bad because they looked so cool, but you guys, I just couldn't get past the fact that they are literally one length pretty much all the way around, and that just does not look good on my eye shape. I'm hoping I'll find a way to use them, or maybe I'll just like kind of cut them and use different chunks of them. But this was a style that I just could not get on board with. It would not be one that I would recommend truly, because it's not a style I like. It wasn't one that I can make work with my eye. I think it takes a very particular eye shape and a very particular makeup look to rock this style of lash. But again, the lashes do feel really soft, but I just could not make these work for me, no matter how hard I tried. So this right here is one that I never even attempted to open. And honestly, when I got the box, this was the pair that I was the least interested in. This is a style called Pixie. As you can tell, it is very piecey, very spiky. I'm gonna try and use it with like a Halloween look, because that's the only thing that comes to mind that I think I could be able to use it for. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the 3D silk lashes that I was sent. And I don't know if you guys noticed, and I don't think I mentioned it, but the lashes do come in different color box. So the Faux Minx are in blues, silks are in pink, and then the Mink did come in this silver color. I don't know if the other lashes that I mentioned that I didn't receive come in different color boxes, but I would think so. I will say, just as a random side note, that I really wish that they would put the type of lash on the packaging, because it does not come on the packaging. While I am not someone that minds wearing mink lashes, let's say that I was someone that didn't want to wear mink lashes and I got sent this box, and let's say I didn't do my research, which would be partially my own problem, but that I started putting on mink lashes and then later realized that like I was wearing mink lashes when I don't want to wear mink lashes. I do think that that is something the brand should do. I would love to see that. You know, it's just a little bit more print on the box. I think it would go a long way in helping people. Anyways, in between that mini little rant, like I said, we're going to talk about the silk lashes. So the silk lashes retails for $5.99 on their website, and I got two pairs, like I said. I'm just gonna throw them all around. These are in the style Cali or Kali, I'm not 100% sure. And what's funny is these actually kind of look like those Pixie ones that I just showed you that I was like, girl, not for mama. I am so surprised that I actually enjoyed these with the look that I created. I will pop in some footage of that right now for you guys. But honestly, I was really impressed with these lashes. I thought they were gonna look so bad on my eyes, you guys, because these are so piecey and so unlike anything else I would wear. I have a whole video showcasing my full false lash collection, and if you've seen that, I will link it up here for you guys. But you know that I don't have anything that looks like this in my collection. So for me to actually pop this pair on and kind of vibe with the way it looked really shook me. Now, I think it also helped with the type of look that I created. It was a more structured look. I don't think I would like these lashes with a look like I have today that's more blown out. But I love the way it looked with that structured look. I think it was so pretty. And so I'm honestly really impressed with these. I can honestly tell you that I don't think I would buy more of this particular lash. Like this is gonna be one that lasts in my collection a while, because I don't think I'm gonna find myself like reusing it all the time. But I liked that it was something different. I liked that I stepped outside of my comfort zone, and I was so pleasantly surprised with how they looked on me. All right, so this next pair right here is in the style Moana, and to be honest with you guys, this was my favorite pair out of all the ones that I wore, and that is because these are the most similar to the things that I typically like to wear and the lashes that I buy on my own, as they are quite wispy and really fluffy, and I love that they go from a shorter inner corner to a pretty wide and winged out outer corner. So I really liked the way these looked. I liked that these ones in particular, out of all the ones that I've showed you thus far, are the ones that were created most evenly. So like the lashes themselves look pretty symmetrical, if that makes sense. So that makes my anal heart quite happy. And so I will say that this is a pair that I would definitely recommend to you guys. Again, this was in the style Moana. I think that this was super pretty and super easy to work with, and I just really enjoyed the way these ones looked on my eyes. I could definitely see myself repurchasing this pair over all the ones that I've showed you thus far, as I think I would get the most wear out of this particular pair in general. Okay, so the last one that we're going to talk about is the pair of 3D Minks that I got. The 3D Minks on their website retail for $7.99. You guys, that is a ridiculous price for mink lashes. Like I said, I have some mink eyelashes that I like to wear from Lily Lash, and they are literally $30 a pair, you guys. They are so expensive. So I will be so interested to see how this pair of eyelashes lasts compared to my Lily lashes, for example, because $7.99 compared to $30 is a huge price difference. And so I think if you were someone who is just getting into lashes, or you just don't like to spend a lot of money on them, but you like mink lashes, this is a solid place to start for the price, you guys. Like, you really can't be mad at $8 for mink lashes. So anyways, this is in the style Dream. These are what these look like. I wore these in my, I think it was my Yes or Pass video, and a lot of you guys actually commented that you really liked my lashes, which was really sweet, because now I'm chatting with you guys about them so you can fully know all the details. These are really fun and really unique. They are quite similar to some of the ones that I like, but they have those like really like elongated accent lashes kind of throughout it, which makes them unique to some stuff in my collection. So I really enjoyed wearing these. While these are really nice, really fluffy, those longer accent lashes are something that I'm not actually used to wearing. And so when I first put them on, to be honest with you guys, I was like, oh my god, these look so bad on me. I don't know if I like it. I just couldn't really get the vibe, and I pushed through, and the longer I wore them, the more that I liked them. Again, they were super comfortable, not too heavy or anything. And you guys actually gave me a lot of comments in the video in which I was wearing these, which I think was my Yas or Pass video. And so that made me feel better about it, because, you know, sometimes you're just so used to what you like that it's hard to step outside your comfort zone. And while I don't really, you know, need validation for anybody, you can wear anything you want to, whatever makes you happy and whatever makes you comfortable. It was really nice to have so many sweet comments of you guys commenting how much you loved the lashes and how great you thought they looked, because it made me feel like I was just kind of in my head because I wasn't used to wearing them. So honestly, was nervous about these at first, but really pleasantly surprised. And so I'm super excited to continue to wear these. Aside from the style in Moana, I do think these Dream lashes are going to be the ones that I get the most use out of. I'm going to be excited to style them in other ways and with actual, you know, like eyeshadow on my eyes to see how I like it. I think these will look sickening with like a nice wing, or I think, what is that new style that people are doing where it's like a a reverse cat eye. I think these lashes will look kind of sick with that, which I may try out. All right, you guys, so with all of that being said, as my overall thoughts and opinions on Cavalli Lash, I think as an overall whole, it is a really solid lash company, and I say that primarily for the price. False eyelashes, as I've mentioned a couple of times in this video, can be very, very, very expensive. And whether or not you just don't want to spend that kind of money, or you can't spend that kind of money on falsies, but you want to wear them, I like that this brand makes getting falsies more inclusive, because you have such a wide variety of the types of lash, the style of lash, and it's really budget friendly. So I think this is a great company to look into. If you've ever tried out Cavalli Lash, definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you have some favorite styles that maybe I have not tried because I wasn't sent them, that I need to check out. And yeah, you guys, I really hope that this video helped you. I will have their website linked down below for you guys to go check it out and shop if you are interested. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you again to Cavalli Lash for sending me these products to try out and chat with you guys about here on my channel. I really hope that you enjoyed watching. If you did, definitely give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!